Hey guys, today we're talking about should you buy new construction or resale in today's market. Hey guys, it's Kelly Watkins with The Bridge Group, and I am joined here today by one of our awesome team members, Denise. Thank you so much for joining us. Should you buy new construction or resale in today's market? Specifically, we're talking about in Katy, Texas, but this really does apply to pretty much any market that you're in. So let's get started. Number one, price. That is going to be the biggest differentiator between new construction and resale in today's current market. New construction is typically going to be a higher price per square foot versus resale, which will be a lower price per square foot. Now, we are in the lovely community of Firethorn today. We're at a Coventry model here. It's a beautiful home. This is a great master plan community. If you are considering the Katy area, you definitely want to check out Firethorn. But the resale homes sell for about $139 a square foot versus new construction, which is about $163 a square foot. For instance, on a $300,000 home, that would make a $72,000 difference. So that's a big increase, a big jump to go from resale to new construction. One other thing to consider when it comes to pricing in a new construction community, typically the tax rate is going to be higher versus resale, the tax rate is going to be lower. That's because the water district, the mud bonds have been paid down over the years. Now, it happens to be in Firethorn, that's not the case. It's a pretty low tax rate all throughout Firethorn. But in most communities in the Katy area, the newer construction communities are going to be around that 3.5 to 3.7 tax rate, and the older the communities will be under that 3.0 tax rate. So that definitely makes a big difference when it comes to your monthly payment.
Number two, repairs and warranty. Now with the newer home, you will have a 1-year home warranty to where the builder will come out and they will fix whatever needs to be fixed. They also offer an extended warranty when it comes to roofs and foundation, and that will vary by builder, so you will want to check in with them. Now with the resale home, since it has been lived in, there's going to be issues. Now, when you are negotiating, you can have the seller pay for a home warranty service. That way, if there's anything that goes wrong, you do have that 1 year to go ahead and get those items fixed. Now, you may discover more things as time goes on that, since it was a resale home, that you may not figure out until later.
But with resale, as long as you do your due diligence and get your inspection done, you can always negotiate any repairs up front that are, we always call them the big five. Anything that's major, you can negotiate that with the seller before you buy it, but you just never know what's going to happen. So that's just something to consider. You can't go wrong either way when it comes to those repairs and warranties.
Now, design and preference, that's number three. So when you purchase a new home, you get to you can start from scratch. You can go to a builder, go to their design center, you can pick out your tiles, you can pick out your backsplash, the color of the walls, you can just design it to your liking. When you purchase a resale, now you will probably have to do some upgrades on your own. So if you do have that time and money to go ahead and spend making that home your own, just doing your own personal updates, that is something to consider as well.
And if you do go new construction, like we say, new inventory when it's already built, which in today's market, there are typically not that many new inventory homes on the market because they're being sold so quickly. But if you do happen upon one, then it's going to already have more modern finishes. It's going to have grays, whites, very open concept. Those are some of the more modern things about a home versus a resale, which typically in the past, more browns and a little bit darker sometimes, more sectioned off rooms, things like that. You're going to find a little bit more of that. First of all, it's a matter of preference, which one you like. And then secondly, it's a matter of if you are willing to do some upgrades into that resale home. The number four consideration between new construction and resale is your time frame. It really depends on what you're looking for. If you do have the time to build from the ground up, as we say, which in today's market could take anywhere between 6 to 12 months. I've seen it going up to 14 or 15 months with some builders, then that's definitely an option for you guys. Now, if you're ready to kind of make a quick move, then resale would definitely be the route, unless you can find that new inventory home that's already built and ready to go, which would be a great option. Definitely reach out to your realtor to see if there's any deals maybe that are off market or that are about to come back to market, because we do find those a lot. But the other thing about time frame is if you do decide to build from the ground up, that means you're picking out everything. That means you're there throughout the entire process. If you've ever been to Design Center, you know how overwhelming that can be. And so we have seen in today's market with everything's on back order, contractors are backed up. So it does tend to get delayed sometimes. So that's just something you want to keep in mind if you do decide to build from the ground up, that there may be some delays and you have to have a lot of patience when it comes to building from the ground up.
Exactly. Number five, location. So it all depends on how far you want to go. Most of the new build communities are on the outskirts of town. Why? Because they do have more land out there. So they are being built a little bit further out. So if you do have the time to be able just to drive a couple of minutes out, into maybe 5 to 10 minutes out, you can find some great communities. Now again, if time is a factor for you, if you need something closer to work, Resale may be the way to go. That way you're close to major highways, or you can be closer to your work. You can be closer to schools, if schools are important to you.
Now within Katy, it's really only a 5 to 15 minute extra drive. So it's really not gonna be that big of a difference when going from, say, Kellywood, which is, you know, kind of on the east side of Katy, versus Jordan Ranch, which is the most west side of Katy. It's really only about a 12 to 15 minute drive. So as you can tell, there is not a right or wrong decision when it comes to what you're gonna purchase for your next property, whether you're gonna go new construction or whether you're gonna go resale. It's really about a preference for you guys, for your timing, for your budget, for the location that you wanna be in, all the different factors that we talked about today. So if you have any questions about specific communities in Katy, specific builders in Katy, or the general Houston area, the Bridge Group would love to sit down and meet with you. We are from the area. I grew up in Katy. I went to Katy High School. I know it very well. So we'd love to sit down and talk with you about all the different options, talk about the process, and get you on the right path. Thanks, and we'll talk next week.